I am going to let you in on 5 of the most effective secrets I've learned that allow you to schedule more calls, increase your show rates, close more leads, and therefore generate more revenue for your business. The crazy thing is, these simple techniques are insanely easy to implement and don't require you spending years learning complex sales tactics. Overall, the realization is that the sales call isn't the only place that you can influence a sale. In fact, lead follow-up before a sales call and after a sales call is just as important and can dramatically increase your close rate. All these 5 points can be applied to any model in any industry and will increase your sales. Because a lot of the time, you're actually selling the same sort of things that your competition is. What differs is the process you use to sell that solution. It's not what you sell, it's how you sell it. So first up is value-based follow-up. Whenever you are following up with a lead, be that prior to a call or after you've had the call, you need to ensure that you are providing value. To do this, ask yourself the question, is the communication I'm sending to this person taking or giving? Communication that takes is self-centered. Examples of this are, hey, I'm just following up, are you ready to buy now? Listing all the features of your service, telling them to give you a call back to let you know if they're ready to buy. All these things benefit you, they don't benefit the person, and as a result, they're not going to go down well, you're not going to get good response rates. Instead, examples of communication that provides value are sending them free guides, showing them case studies of results of other customers and explaining how those results were achieved. Utilizing humor in your follow-up to brighten up someone's day, adding personalization and going the extra mile to show that you actually care about their situation. If you switch all of your follow-up so that instead of trying to take something from people, every time you communicate with them, you just give, you'll find that those people are in turn following up with you. They start asking you questions about your service, and they'll even come out of the blue and say, thank you for all this follow-up, I appreciate it, can we get started soon? It completely changes the game and massively increases the response rates you will get from following up with leads. Next up is to utilize video follow-up. Most companies don't use this, and therefore by simply utilizing video, you set yourself aside from everyone else. To do this, you can use programs online such as Loom to record videos for your prospects. Some examples of videos you could film is prior to a sales call, you can send a very short 30-second video just introducing yourself to the person and telling them you're looking forward to speaking to them. Sounds simple, makes a massive difference. Or after you've had a call with someone, you can send a 1 to 2 minute summary of what you went through on the call so they have it as a point of reference. It just shows that you're taking the time and making personalized content for them because you care about them and their situation. I hope you're enjoying these points so far. We have 3 more to go through. If you are enjoying these and you're finding this valuable, if you could consider leaving a like or subscribing, it really helps me out. And subscribing is going to help you out because there are loads of guides on this channel which are all designed to help you out. Anyway, let's continue with the points. Next up, you need to follow up multiple times. 2% of sales are made on the first point of contact. 3% are made on the second point of contact, 5% on the third, 10% on the fourth, and 80% are made on the 5th to the 12th point of contact. So if you're only following up once and wondering why none of your leads are closing, it's likely because you're just not tenacious enough. You need to follow up multiple times. There is a huge range of external factors that influences a prospect's ability and willingness to respond to you. Simply by following up at different times of the day over a period of time can open up the opportunities they have to respond. Which leads me on to my next point. Time to close is insanely important. If you acquire a lead, someone has inquired about your services, the chances of them closing if you contact them on the same day is 50% higher than if you literally wait until the following day. Now, I've encountered this myself. Quite recently, I was looking for a new solution for building landing pages. We currently use ClickFunnels, and I signed up to loads of different service providers. I think I signed up to 3 or 4 to try and find an alternative solution. I had questions about what their solutions could do, and I was genuinely ready and frustrated enough that I was going to switch after using ClickFunnels for about 2 or 3 years. So I signed up to all these different places. I just wanted answers to my questions, but I couldn't get in touch with anyone. Ultimately, one of those companies responded to me about 3 or 4 days later, and another one called me 3 weeks later, and they left one voicemail saying, "Hey, we saw you signed up. Can you give me a call back so we can discuss what it is you need?" Again, they wanted to take something from me, they weren't providing value, and the time to follow up was so dramatic that my thought process and all the issues I had completely changed. What happens is, as time passes, you go through state changes. Sleeping is one of the biggest state changes you can go through, which is why contacting a lead on the day they submit a lead form compared to the following day is such a big deal and makes such a big difference. In business, your issues constantly change. You think things through and you come up with different solutions. So if you're finding that leads aren't closing, but ultimately you're not chasing up leads quickly, this is one of the biggest things you can do to dramatically increase the amount of leads that close. Ideally, you want to be following up with leads within 5 minutes. I appreciate operationally for some companies that is not possible. However, you at the very minimum want to be contacting them the same day. If you're leaving it a week, no chance. And the reason is you're just not following up quick enough. Next up, utilize multiple channels in your lead follow-up. So some people really like talking on the phone. Some people hate it and swear that no one else likes talking on the phone. Some people only speak to people through WhatsApp. Some people only speak to people through social media channels. Some people like email. Other people never check their email. Everybody on earth is different. What often happens is you personally will project your preferences onto everyone else. I never check my email, and therefore no one else ever checks their email. That leads you down a path whereby you will bias the communication method that you prefer. So if I only like speaking to people on social media via direct messages, that might be the only outreach method I use. I completely ignore all of the other channels. The reality is, different people are more likely to convert on different channels. So to increase your chances of converting leads, you need to utilize all of the channels. You want to call people, you want to DM them, you want to email them, everything you can to get in contact with them. You will find that they will prefer one method, and once you found their preferred method, sure, go to that one first. But to begin with, use all of them because you don't know which method your prospect prefers, and it might not be the same as yours. Now in a second, I'm going to run you through a quick fire summary to cement everything I've just been through into your brain. But before we do that, if you have enjoyed this video, you found it useful, if you could consider leaving a like or subscribing to see additional content that's going to help you grow your business, I would genuinely really appreciate it, although obviously there's no pressure to do so. Additionally, my company Tech Growth Marketing is currently giving away free growth strategy workshops. We will go through with you, in fact, I personally will go through with you your exact situation and help you come up with a structure and a system to generate more leads and more sales for your company. That time is entirely free and you can apply via a link in the description below. However, it's only available to companies that are established and ready to scale. You need to be able to spend at least about $5,000 a month to be able to take us up on this offer. If you're just starting and you have like $100 a month ad spend, not for you, unfortunately. So here's the quick fire summary. How to close more leads with 5 simple secrets I've discovered. Utilize value-based follow-up, where you give value every time you contact instead of trying to take from them. Examples of this are providing them with guides, using personalization or humor, anything that helps them or brightens up their day. Use software such as Loom to record quick, personalized videos. This sets you aside from everyone else and massively builds trust. Ensure you follow up multiple times. Most leads close between the 5th and 12th point of contact. If you follow up once and no one's closing, it's because you're lazy. Time to close is insanely important. Following up with someone on the day they submit a lead form compared to the following day will increase your close rate by 50%. Finally, ensure you use multiple channels to follow up. Some prospects prefer phone, some email, some text, etc. Don't project your own biases and only use that method of communication. If you implement all of these points, I guarantee you will close more leads, and it doesn't require spending years learning sleazy sales tactics. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope I'll see you again in another video soon. If you have and you can consider leaving a like or subscribe, I will be eternally grateful. Leave a comment if you have any questions or if there's any content you want to see, I'll get back to you personally. And if you want to claim my time for your situation for free, there's a link in the description below. I'll see you soon.